Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and today we're doing another Blindsided Creations, and yeah, that means I know how many strings there are, but I don't know anything about the pattern. So let's put this in. It's 151557. This has been given to us by Minute Craft. And well, that's interesting. So this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's two whites. All right. I was like kind of confused on the colors and stuff here. Where does it say? Oh, it's up here. 7 colors. Okay. That kind of gives me something to work with. Wow, what to put as my center? Interesting. All right, wait, let's get, it's Windows, Control, and S will allow me to copy this like that. You don't need the whole thing, it just repeats itself a lot. This is going to be kind of interesting. I'm not sure how this is going to end. All right. And afterwards we can just paste that on here. Next is to rotate it. So yeah, I'm a little, these blindsided ones, like I never know what I'm going to get into. I never know what it's going to be. So yeah, if you're wondering what's kind of going on here, I'm trying to figure it out in my head. What will I do with it? So there we go. Scale it up to size. Get the move tool, slide it over here. See, I can put this kind of diamond thing as the center, or I can put the X thing in the center. And I really don't know. I think I'm going to do the diamond thing. I think that's just, I don't know. I'm kind of winging it here. I had no idea coming into this what I would be up against. And this looks like it's going to be a little bit of a challenge as far as like what directions and stuff the strings are going in and things like that. So this will be a little something. Let me change this back to the 15. All right, we want this color brown. It appears that it's in the center. That is so weird. It's in the center, but then it's out here. So I'm guessing that means, whoops, that this goes this way. And we're not doing both sides of the diamond because this is our center line, so it'll just repeat itself when it needs to. So we're off to a start. Not a great start by any stretch, just a start. So this color is out here like that. Interesting. And then the lighter one is here. As much as I don't want to do it, I'm going to go ahead and use the white. Like that. See, the problem is if we try to change up the color later on, it'll change out my whole background, which I guess the alternative would be that I can always just come back and repaint it, I guess, because it's just white. So I don't know kind of where this goes, but I can see where this goes. There are certain elements here that are obviously clear out the start. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, let's introduce another color that comes from here and goes to where the white is. Right, so that's that whole little angle thing, and then there's this color, which goes as far as that. So that's interesting. So this one ends up here. All right, and then goes, that's what's making our X. So this, we can tell, goes this way. Because that's, it needs to come to this point here. Well, I guess it could have come out this direction. Does it make a difference? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm kind of good with it the way it is. We'll see. If I have to change it, I'll have to change it. But again, this is, you know, trying to do the easy parts first and then figure out the rest from there. I'm kind of not sure how this thing is going to end, because this is sort of weird. It doesn't really go into a diamond. Maybe we change up the ending into something interesting. I don't know. All right, so this color is going this way. And it starts at the same height, right? So that's like that. And then there is a lighter color still, which is going to get confusing, I'm sure. Yeah, it's really, really close to what we use here. Let's do something about that. There. So now we can at least see what our underlying thing is. All right. And then there's a white. Oops. I left it on the fill entire thing. Hang on. Similar. So there's a white that does a little diamond here. Oh, and it does it here. Okay, that's interesting. So that's sort of a thing. All right. So this white just comes up and through this way. All right. And then this brown is what goes there. All right. Can we see where that brown... No. Okay, so that's kind of nice and easy. There's no strange conflicts we have to sort out. That just sort of cuts up, goes this way. This one obviously goes like that. Don't know how it gets down here. possibly this way. Yeah, that kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Right? Because this is... Right, that makes sense. Okay, now... And we know this goes this way. Still a lot of sorting to happen. I don't know where that one goes. This white obviously doesn't do much more than just this little thing over here. And the same will be true on the other side. So yes, I could look at the other web page and see how these things go, or how they had it going. But I like a good challenge, and this is part of what this whole thing was supposed to be about, was challenging me with these patterns. Not sure why she chose this one. But yeah, if you haven't already, go follow Minute Craft over on Instagram. She makes a lot of cool stuff. So yeah. So that goes there, and then out here. So this is kind of moving along. And I guess, wait, this white has to be this way, so that's sort of a thing. Right. Whoops. All right. So we have the center part of that. It's this color here, and then the darker one here. One, two, three, four, yep. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if this one went under the white, under this, right? Trying to keep some things consistent here. Like I said, there's different ways that some of these strings could go. Damn it. Okay. And this one goes this way. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit complicated to make. This is by no stretch of the imagination an easy pattern at all. So this, wow, that really kind of zigzags around just to get there, doesn't it? All right. Oh. Whoops. Did I do this right? Wait, this goes, yeah, to the dark. Then off the light this way. Wow. Like I said, a lot of zigzag going on here. I'm trying to keep it kind of consistent, trying to figure this out. This really is a pretty complicated pattern. I mean, I guess that was part of the challenge. All right. And part of me just so wants to destroy it and just like go crazy with the colors, because that could easily be a thing, right? I mean, it doesn't do. Like I could just so see myself going into like an arrowhead or something with this. But let's kind of keep it as it is for now. And so after this white is this dark one again. And how does it get there? From under the brown to this, and off the white. So weird. I wonder how close I am to the actual thing. Like I'm just sincerely curious now. Okay, so there's our X. Let's take a look and see. It's 1, 2, 3. 2 there. The brown. 2 there. Skips 1, 2, 3. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. Oh, so it's going to end up right on that diamond. That's okay. So that's sort of, that ends up really cool. So this template thing that we're working from, this is actually counted out based on bracelets I've already made. So I did not actually design this to actually fit that so perfectly. So kudos. I don't know. That's pretty cool. I think at this point it would be easy enough to sort of just fill in the dots and then work out my strings. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so that's going to end really interesting. Like that's pretty neat. So this one is, whoops, is the same row, same across as this. And this one is in a little bit from it. And then the white is like this, and like this. So there we go. Wow. Interesting. All right. So now from the X it goes to the white, right? Then under the brown, under the dark, and out. And then, let's see, this brown comes out to the blue. And back. So yeah, there's a bunch of underlying strings before we can finish this thing up. But this thing turned out pretty cool. I'm still curious as to why she chose the pattern. I'm sure there's probably something about this that she thought was interesting. I'm not sure that I would have picked a pattern quite like this, so I'm kind of happy to get challenged and try something different. Obviously, I'm going to make this bracelet. I might do it as one of the making it where, like, it's obviously because it's kind of big, I probably have to do the speed up kind and then do the voiceover afterwards. But yeah, I might actually make this one and we can see what kind of a what we learn from making it, basically. All right, so this blue goes to the white and then back and then to the white and then back. Cool. So again, just trying to do the easier ones first. It's obviously these things, they kind of, the colors shift around so much. And it probably doesn't matter how we finish those out. It just changes what the starting sequence is. So yeah, hang on, let's do, how does this one goes up this, down to the white, back. Up this, down to the white, back, up this, off this. Yeah, see, we can bring this all the way straight down. It wouldn't normally have done that, but we can eliminate some of the extra zigzags because it won't matter. Off of this, up this, down to the white. Right, so that's... do like to make it symmetrical though. I do like to try to keep it both sides the same, even if it can change. It's just a matter of trying to make it easier myself later on. That's all. All right. So now, I guess the easiest way of doing this is this way. And then this one can come out this way. Okay. How did... so this just came out to the edge and back. Oops. And this comes out to the edge and back, and just comes off of there like that. So that's a pretty easy. No need to have it starting out with a zigzag or something. That's fine. Okay, only a couple more strands left. What do we got? We have this light blue. Whoops. A lot of whoopses here today. There we go. And then the white comes to there. All right, so we got this one from the start figured out. That makes sense. Wait. Did that come up to the blue? Yes, it did. And then this white just comes through here. All right, so this is, wow, like that. Okay. And then we just have these. Again, I'm not 100% sure that I followed the exact paths that the original used. I was just trying to recreate the pattern. Basically, I'm kind of honing my skills for the how to make patterns from photos. Because here we will have the same looking bracelet. No matter if I followed exactly the pattern itself or not. All right, so all we have left, again, this thing was symmetrical, right? So we can go ahead and copy this top half. That's Control C. We paste it with Control V. We use the flip tool to flip vertically. The move tool to slide this down here. And then it's the arrow keys. While you still have the move tool, whoops. While you still have the move tool, you can use the arrow keys to shift that over. And then the straight lines are really good for like making sure that you actually have it lined up right. And then we anchor the layer. Wow, and there's our bracelet. So it does the diamond part 5 times. That's kind of neat. I kind of like it. I might even actually try to mimic the colors in the bracelet that I make, so we'll see how that goes. hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for sticking around this long. Before I go, I want to thank my Patreon supporters who make all this stuff possible. Really, I couldn't do it without them. If you'd like the video, please do hit the like button. It really helps out the channel a lot. If you haven't already subscribed, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.